Do you have this problem that you understand English very well, but when it comes to speak, you are unable to speak? If yes, then don't worry about it. Be relaxed. Be with me till the end of the video because I'm gonna share you something that will definitely gonna help you. You know what? I was the one who was facing this problem very badly because when I started to learn this language, I thought that listening is most important and I have to listen as much as possible. Then I started listening podcasts and speeches in English and lot of videos related to English. But the problem was when it comes to speak to somebody, I was feeling so nervous. I started hesitating, especially when it comes to make phone calls for practicing. I was literally so nervous. And before 5 minutes to make phone calls, I used to convince myself that no, you have to break your comfortness, you have to talk. Because before that 5 minutes, my mind become question bank. There are always the questions that what to speak and how to speak to stranger. Would you be able to speak properly? Then I used to convince myself and I start conversation. And after that, you know what happens? After just my introduction, I was like, yeah, yes, okay. So these are the common words I used to use. But when I start explaining something, I suddenly stuck to find exact word or exact vocabulary that I remember. But I am unable to get that vocab, to catch that vocab at that particular time when I am delivering something, I am explaining something. Then I thought, like, what is happening with me? Why I am facing this problem? And I asked this question to myself, why I am facing this problem? Even I can understand quite well, but what happens? Why I am unable to get that vocabulary during my conversation? Then I knew that this is not only my problem, this is the most common problem that everybody faces in their initial language journey. And we just need to keep consistency. We have to accept this fact that this is quite natural. Anyway, now I found some major problem that I want to share with you why we are facing this problem. So the first common problem is fear of making mistake. Yes, we have fear. We have that fear to make mistakes. Therefore, we think before speaking. Yes, we think before speaking so that we don't make any kind of mistakes. You know, in our mind, we have language monitor. It is not similar in everybody case. It is less active for somebody, but it is more active for somebody. If you have less active this language monitor, then you can speak whether you are making mistakes and whatever, but you will speak because your language monitor is not guiding you that much. It is not that much active. It is very less active. Then you can speak. And it is something that you can show your confidence. I have so active my language monitor. Because you know, even these days, like I can express myself properly, still I have this fear of making mistake. You know, when I have a conversation to somebody, I'm quite confident. But when it comes to talk and to express something, to explain something in front of 40 and 50 people, I lose my confidence. Yes, I lose my confidence. I started fumbling and hesitating. And I was like, why? I am quite well, I can speak. Then why I am fumbling now? Then I got my answer, that is, you have this fear of making mistake. That you are thinking there are a lot of people who can judge you if you make any kind of mistakes. Therefore, you are unable to speak properly. So first I want to clear you that it is not our fault because our language monitor is very active. Therefore, it is always try to make us that you might be making mistakes, so you have to aware of it. But now what we have to do, we have to try to make this monitor less active, okay? That just embrace your mistakes, whatever mistakes you are making, and think that yes, I gonna make mistake, but I have to embrace my mistake. I have to learn from my mistake. Okay, in this way, if you are keep telling your language monitor that it doesn't matter how much mistakes I am making, I just have to speak it. I have to speak it. Just think like that. You will be ultimately overcome your fear of making mistake. Okay. Next is show confidence. Of course, you have to show your confidence. So I was having a friend. She was not that much good at English, but I was more better than her. But she was having confidence. And you know what? Just because of her confidence, whenever she started speaking, it was bold voice. And it was like, wow. Like she is making mistakes, but because of her tone, because of her confidence, everybody will found that she is quite well at English. But in my case, I was good at English. I can express myself quite well, but just because of less confidence, I was hesitating. I was not able to speak properly because I was thinking that I might be making mistakes. So I was not having that confidence. Therefore, it is very essential to show your confidence. Whether you are making mistakes, that doesn't matter. Just speak and show your confidence that you can speak. Whether you are making mistakes, that doesn't matter. Okay. And the next reason is lack of vocab power. Yes, we have very less vocab power. It is also one of the reasons not to able to speak properly because we stuck to find that exact vocabulary. Therefore, we have to learn and store vocabulary, new vocabs every day. Okay, in my case, I used to learn 5 vocabulary every day, and it is quite common that you will be unable to remember that 5 vocabulary properly, but you automatically start using even 1 or 2 vocabs of that 5 vocabulary. So it is very important. You have to store, you have to make a box of vocabulary. Only then you will be able to speak this language properly. Okay. Now the last most important point is relax and be patient. Yeah. Just accept it that learning a new language, it is a gradual process. It will take time. You can speak it properly, but you have to give time. So just accept it in your mind and be patient and enjoy the journey. Enjoy the journey till your fluency. Okay? Now I'm going to share you one picture. You can see this picture is quite motivated. It shows how our mind works when we start to learn something new. Okay? So you can see you and your problem, that what you want to learn. So in the initial days, you found it very difficult and it is huge in front of you, you know. And later on, when you learn that problem, when you overcome that problem, you feel the problem is very small and you found it very easy to do. Okay. So same thing happens in this language. Now I am feeling like it is very easy to learn this language and to speak this language. But when I was in my initial days, when I was a beginner, I found it like a mountain. Like, how could I learn this language? It is such a difficult because it is not my first language. So there were a lot of thoughts comes in my mind when I was in the beginner level. But now I feel like it is such a piece of cake. Everybody can speak this language. Okay, so it works like that, you know. It is not exactly, but it works like that. So that's all that I wanted to share with you today, and I will be back with something new information. Till then, you have to take care of yourself. So bye-bye. Wait, I left something to say you. That is, if you found this video helpful, you have to subscribe this channel. Okay, bye.